Good evening. This is J.D. Arlen with your 5 o'clock information update. An arrest has been made in a fatal apartment fire in Evansville. 2 adults and a toddler were killed Monday, and 8 others were injured, including 4 firefighters. On the roadways this evening, investigators are still looking into a crash that killed 2 teens in Boone County. Jacob Shockley and Richard Penny Jr., both 18, died Sunday after their car left the road and slammed into a tree. Sheriff's officials say excessive speed was a factor in the accident. From the tobacco industry, Indiana's Greg Zoyler is among 28 attorney generals involved in an effort to remove tobacco from stores. A letter has been submitted to the chief executives of major pharmaceutical chains, urging them to stop selling cigarettes and other tobacco products. An update on the Ukrainian crisis: Indiana Senator Dan Coats is concerned with the situation in Ukraine and says everyone else should be too. Coats says Vladimir Putin has stated he wants to see his country return to its former glory, and Coats feels Putin is starting that attempt in Ukraine. Coats feels a strong response for the U.S. and the European allies would be to impose major sanctions on Russia. Crimea's declaration of independence from Ukraine brings on the strongest Western sanctions against Russia since the Cold War. President Obama announced that he was issuing an executive order freezing the U.S. assets of 7 Russian officials, saying this country stands ready to add to that list if necessary. In sports news, Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay was arrested on Sunday night in Carmel and is charged with 4 counts of possession of a controlled substance, as well as operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Irsay was released from the Hamilton County Jail at 1:30 p.m. on a $22,500 bail. Irsay admitted that back in 2002 he had previously experienced an addiction to painkillers and had sought treatment for his addiction. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has yet to comment on the issue. In college basketball, the Indiana Hoosiers did not make the National Invitational Tournament field, and Director of Athletics Fred Glass says that he will not participate in one of the other postseason basketball tournaments. Glass told the Indianapolis Star, "We're Indiana. We don't play in the CBI." The decision ends IU's 2013-2014 men's basketball season. Indiana ends the season with a 17-15 record. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, the Indianapolis Pacers defeated the Philadelphia 76ers 99-90, logging their 50th victory in a single season for the first time in 10 years. Lance Stevenson led the effort, scoring 25 points alone last night. The Pacers will go on to play the New York Knicks this Wednesday at Madison Square Garden. This has been J.D. Arlen for the #1 high school station in the state. Signing off for CHTV. Stay classy, Carmel.